You know, when I heard that Xiaomi, from all people, started making a gaming display, I just had one question, besides the obvious why. When can I have it? Well, as it turns out, the answer was 2 weeks ago, because that was the time when it just dropped on my doorstep, and ever since I was using it, besides my Philips 3461P1CRH. What a lovely name! Before we go any further, let me give a warm welcome to everyone who stumbled upon my channel. Today we are going to take a look at the Xiaomi Mi Curved Gaming Monitor 34-inch. Yep, that's the official name of the thing. And you all know, when Xiaomi Mi Curved Gaming Display 34-inch is the name, unboxing's the game. For starters, the white box looks amazing in my opinion. Inside we can find the stand in two pieces, an accessory bag, and of course the screen itself. The bottom piece of the stand didn't have that little screw pre-installed that will screw the stand bits together, and I find it a bit interesting. It was in a separate plastic bag in the accessory package, and in my opinion this is a really bad practice, because if you lose that little screw, for example when you move this monitor from one house to the other and you take it apart to save it from taking damage, and you just lose that tiny screw, how will you use this monitor then? You just prop it down and wait for one to ship to you? I mean, that's a pretty big oversight in my opinion, and I don't think that I've ever tested a monitor that didn't have that one little screw pre-installed. In the accessory package we get a DisplayPort and a power cable, alongside with a few screws and standoffs for VESA mounting. Putting it face down on a table, we can admire the 1500R curvature of the screen, and after popping on the stand we can erect it on the desk. And wow! I can't tell you enough how good this monitor looks in my opinion. It could be a modern minimalist showpiece for all I know. Great matte plastic backing, only one logo on the back, and they didn't even put their name on the front. And I have to say that the stand looks great as well. My only problem was the row of buttons instead of joystick controls. Please, it's 2021. We need joystick controls on a monitor. We need that. In terms of ports, it has two HDMI and two display ports, one audio out and one power in. Funnily enough, both of the HDMIs are HDMI 2.0 ports, so they can't even drive the monitor itself. These top out at 120 Hz at max resolution, so if you want that 144 Hz advertised speed, you'll need a DisplayPort connection. Maybe, and just maybe, this is the reason why they didn't give an HDMI cable to us. Just maybe. Oh, and one more thing about the back, the port cover is magnetic. I mean, that's genius. Alright, let's talk about the screen itself. It's a 144 Hz, 3440 by 1440 resolution VA panel with a maximum brightness of 300 nits and a coverage of 120% of the sRGB color scale. Color space, sorry. The brightness is really not that much, and the color is great enough for gaming and watching movies, but if you want to do any creative graphical work on this, I'll give it a pass. The 144 Hz refresh rate is just the sweet spot, at least in my opinion, because a lot of people cannot even distinguish between 144 and 240 Hz. Even I can do it sometimes, and I do reviews of these things. So this refresh rate and the resolution was a perfect choice. The resolution being a 144 Hz height display, so it is a perfect balance between sharpness and good performance. And if your PC for some reason struggles to keep up the high frame rates, the screen has built-in FreeSync. Well, so far so good, but I have a list of possible screw-ups. First one, ghosting. This panel has it. It's a VA panel and not the best in the market right now, so it has a normal amount of ghosting in my opinion. It really wasn't distracting at all, so I'd give it a pass. Next up, backlight. Well, it has quite a few bleeding spots, but so does my Philips, so I'd give it a pass. Up next, speaker quality. Here, Xiaomi did the reasonable thing in my opinion and didn't put any speakers in this monitor. You'd be surprised how many times I accidentally used one of the speakers built into a monitor, and this one does not have any. It makes me happy. Thank you, Xiaomi. Okay, the next one is stand movements. Well, the stand of this monitor can basically do the lift, tilt and swivel motions, so I can give it a pass. And lastly, USB ports. This is something that is really close to my heart, because I always use the built-in USB hub on the monitor. It just makes it so easy to connect the keyboard and mouse to my PC. And this one does not have any USB pass-through, any USB hub functionality, so yeah, that's something I would love to see in a revision. So yeah, in summary, Xiaomi got most of the things right, but they missed out on things that could be really important for a few people. If there ever will be a second edition to this monitor, I would like to see these improvements. So a pre-installed base screw, a few USB ports, HDMI 2.1, and maybe a bit more brightness. Adding these things while not changing the price would make it a perfect monitor for, I think, a lot of people, but right now it is just mediocre. And let me just say, that's not something that I would usually say from a Xiaomi device. In Europe, the screen retails for around $500 and as far as I can tell, they don't sell it in the US. But if they do, you can let me know in the comment section down below. With this price, they are going against Lenovo, AOC and Acer, who all have a similarly priced and similarly equipped models of monitors. And I don't think that they will sell that well. I just cannot picture people choosing a Xiaomi branded monitor like over an Acer or something. Don't get me wrong, this is a good product, but not a great one, unfortunately. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. If you liked it, just give it a like, and if you like what I do here, please subscribe, because I'm trying to grow this channel while trying to speak English, which is not my native language. I know that you knew that, because I don't sound like a person who knows what he's talking about. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that I can see you in the next one. Thank you so much and have a good day. Sziasztok!